Good morning, y'all. Good morning, y'all. Hopefully all is well. It is Wednesday. Good morning, y'all. Hopefully everybody doing well. I'm Frank. Welcome back to the channel. It's Wednesday morning, day before Thanksgiving. So yesterday was the first day, like the first full day that I had to like process feelings around my father passing, right? And it was weird. It was very weird. My father been suffering for a long time, man. I did an interview with him, um, and I'll probably put that out here soon. Just please be patient with me. I did it about 6 months ago, maybe even longer. We were supposed to do more, and we just never got around to it. So don't procrastinate on anything, y'all, because sometimes, we procrastinate. We just never get the time to do it again, right? So, man, I had one of the guys in the barbershop, Mitch, he came up to me and he said, Frank, what are you guys doing? What are you and the kids doing for Thanksgiving? And that shit just, I couldn't even get my response out. And I said, I'm probably going to be getting them for a little while, but I don't know how to cook, you know. And he said, if you guys would like, we would like you guys to come and eat Thanksgiving with our family. And like that generous offer, and I've had other people message me and say the same thing. It was like more of a realization. And also for me, like, all right, even though I don't know how to cook, I could go to the store and buy something, right? It might not be the same, but at least it's something. You know what I mean? That's probably what I'll end up doing. But then last night, it started making me feel like a failure as a father. Anybody who watches this channel long enough knows that two things that I want out of life, right? I don't care about being successful, none of that stuff. All that stuff is bonus, right? I just want to be a good husband and a good father. They go hand in hand, right? If I'm a good father, I'll be a good husband because I'm going to show children how to treat their mother or how to treat a woman, and all that other stuff. And I'm going to be a good example. I'm going to be a good provider, protector, everything else. So it made me feel like a failure as a father, especially for Mercy. She's 4 years old. Like, we're supposed to remember Thanksgiving with our family around, having a lot of food, running around with your cousins, all that type of stuff. That's what those memories are supposed to be of Thanksgiving, right? She's not getting that. I guess Rachel's family's not doing anything. I don't know. But it just, like I was struggling with that yesterday. And then just everything else. It was just like, man, and I hate, listen, one thing I hate is those people, and I've said this before about myself, and I had to go back and be like, man, what the fuck is wrong with you, Frank? I hate those people that be like, man, I just can't catch a break. I'm always got this shit and this shit and this shit happening. Yeah, So what? We all do, right? Some of our pain is a little bit deeper. Some of our situations a little bit deeper, a little more grim. But so be it, right? I'm going through a divorce. I got, this thing happening, this thing happened. I'm trying to deal with thinking of my children first, right? When I message their mother and she's being difficult, and and I'm like, damn, why are you being? There's no reason to be difficult. That's listen. Anybody that knows me knows one of the biggest things I hate is arguing. Any type of conflict, I do not like it, and I do not like it because I know once that flip gets switched, it's on. And the last person I ever want that flip to get switched on is anybody that I love or anybody who I love loves, right? That's just the way it goes with me. Listen, there's been times where I literally rip that switch off the wall just so I don't flip it. It's just been a lot. It's been a whole lot. But one thing that I know, man, listen, it's pouring right now in my life. It's pouring. Cats and dogs and fucking tsunami, all that shit. Sharknado in this bitch, right? But I know, I have faith, and I know from previous experience that the bigger the pain is, the bigger the payoff is, right? So I know I got some dope shit coming in my life. I don't know what it is. I don't know in what form it's going to come, whether it's going to come in me just being at peace and me just being able to be a father, right? Me finding myself, because, yeah, for the past few years, I feel like I put my emotions, my well-being, my peace of mind, I left that shit in the truck. And when I went home, I sacrificed all that for somebody else's peace of mind, right? Because I thought, all right, if this person sees me doing this, they'll eventually just be like, all right, and then we could just play on a level playing field, right? That's not what happened. It's not what happened. Sometimes you can't do that with everybody, because the more that I started to be like overextend myself and be over patient, the more I started getting my motherfucking back kicked in, right? The deeper that knife got in my back. Yeah. And I think can I cry about it and complain? Absolutely. For what though? Right? For what? I just know that that's just the way it was. And it's not like that forever, right? It's just the way it was for that time period. And if nothing else, my children 100% know what they've seen, what they've heard, what they've experienced, what they felt. They know all that, right? Listen, last night I left the shop at like 6 o'clock, and I just had to sit in my car, and I was just sitting there and I was fucking crying. And it was like a different type of cry, man. I was hurting. I was in pain. It was that type of cry where I didn't want to be alone. I'm alone so much, and I've been alone so much over my life. I didn't want to be alone, man. I wanted, even me, a grown ass man, fucking 44 years old, I wanted somebody to just hug me and say, yo, you're gonna be all right. It's gonna be all right, right? So I messaged Rachel and I said, yo, can I please get the kids tonight? And I told her, I said, look, I just don't want to be alone. You know, and if you would see the hoops that I had to jump through, but it led to me, you know, getting Major. Major slept in the bed with me. And from the time he hopped in that bed, everything was all right. Like, everything was all right. That's what I always look to. And listen, when I'm hurting, when I'm in pain, I look to my children. I used to do that with the girls, right? And they knew it. They were, you know, they were old enough to know what was going on, and Brooke would like rub my ear, and she'd always, you know, how you have like a hair or two on your ears, she'd always like pull them, and Bryn would like rub my head, and I was like, man, these two little girls have no idea how much like influence and love they have over me, right? Then I see them now where I wish them happy birthday and I can't even get a response for them, right? I leave them a note on their car. I don't even get a response. It's life though, right? It's life. All right, y'all. Thank you guys for listening. Remember to be kind, loving, and patient. It's huge in this world, right? If for nobody else, just for ourselves. If we do it and we're selfish about it, so be it. At least we're being kind, loving, and patient, right? Thank you guys. Have a great night. Have a great holiday tomorrow. I hope everybody has a dope day, spent with family, making memories, getting full, all that. Have a great day, y'all. Thank you guys. Gotta give, it's a rich thing.